What's up, Billsmafia? It's game day. Another week, another tough opponent. Today, it's the Cincinnati Bengals at Highmark Stadium. Today is going to be one of those days where I got to tell you, while I'm confident in the Bills' ability, I don't feel good about the matchup. This whole thing with the Cincinnati Bengals still lingers because guess what? They still have. Joe Burrow came back last week. They did well with Joe Flacco, and now they've got Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. The Bills couldn't stop the Bengals when they've played them. They stopping their and really stopping that offense is a tough task. You got to admit it. Even with Joe Flacco, they were still playing well. So that's not the issue. It is the issue. That is the issue. And the problem is that what do we do as a defense? I honestly believe that this is a little bit of a different defense. The Bengals don't run the ball particularly well, which may give the Bills a little hope. The Bills may be able to kind of pin their ears back a little bit with Milano in there. I don't know if Bosa is playing. I don't think he is. I think he's hurt with a hamstring. Maxwell Hairston should be back from his, fully back from his concussion. They should be able to put him in there. Who knows how he's going? Who knows how they're going to use him? He should be a great coverage guy, but he should be at least able to keep up with one of those two guys. So, but he is a rookie. And what do the Bills do at safety? It's going to be very interesting to see how they play them. On the offensive side of the ball, it was great last week seeing the Bills run the ball. They may have to do that again. Cincinnati does not stop the run well at all, right? They don't do well against the run. Their defense stinks. It's one of the worst in the league. That gives you a little bit of hope. They may be able to. The Steelers were a good run defense, and they were able to find something, stick with it, and dominate. I don't think you're going to be able to catch the Bengals off guard like that, where you're able to just run the same play over and over and over again. But run it until they stop you. Run the plays until they stop you. Okay, so I think the Bills will be able to do that. They don't play tight ends particularly well. They give up the most yardage to tight ends in the league. The only problem is Dalton Kincaid is supposed to be playing today, but he's got a knee and a hamstring. They said he's going to quote-unquote give it a go. I don't like that. I don't like give it a go because, one, practice-wise, it takes time. It takes other guys off the field. Pause and Knox should be getting in there and playing different roles. Okay? So I don't necessarily like that, but hopefully, and the fact that you say he's going to give it a go. Well, what if he gets hurt again? Now you're out. Now he's out for how long after that? You don't want to do damage to this guy going into what's hopefully a playoff run. He wasn't fully healthy at the end of last season. You don't want to put him in that position again. You want him around for the playoffs. And I don't like, I'm going to give it a go with a major weapon. In this case, because you don't have a lot of them, and you need as many as you can have for the playoffs. That being said, I got 3 words for the Bills offense today. Let James cook. You have to run the ball, keep that Cincinnati offense off the field, run the ball down their throats, make them stop you. They're not a good defense. Everybody knows it. You know, short passes, runs up the middle or to their weak side. Trey Hendrickson, I believe, is going to be out, so you should be able to make hay there. Just let James cook. That should be your theme. That's your strongest point this season. Hopefully Deion Dawkins is back. He was in practice this week, but he was limited, I believe, late Wednesday, so we'll see. But they ran the ball well with their backups last week, so hopefully they'll be able to do the same again today. My prediction, I don't like predicting the Bills to lose, so I'm not going to do it. I think they'll be able to outscore the Bengals in some way, shape, or form. My prediction, Bills 35, Bengals 34. I know. The Bengals are going to have two field goals as opposed to all touchdowns. So there you go. 35-34. It's going to be a nail biter. Let's keep our fingers crossed because our playoff hopes are kind of riding on this. Go Bills.